to the plot? Yes, it should do. Makes total sense. Ooh, oh.
Same intro as every other video, same old, same old. Is this character struggling or what? Testament has been a part of the cast since season 1. Basically, we've had the character for almost 4 years now. And they've been through their fair share of issues, being kinda mid to low tier for the balance of the game. But in recent times, people have been considering Testament a pretty solid character, but mid tier that has their issues when they go against certain characters. But if the recent patch, a lot of Testament mains are in the boat of this character has been nerfed to hell and is definitely a struggler this patch. With Joe being a popular poster as always, as you see some of the Testament suffering posts. But let's get into what makes the character so iffy to play in this patch. Did that video, I asked Joe and I also asked Kelpie and she gave me a ton of her thoughts. A lot of Testaments are just in the boat of very unhappy. But yeah, before I get into this, I'll be on TNS either tonight or on the video tomorrow. So yeah, see you guys there. Fun commentary coming up. But the first main change I need to know immediately is Stain. This is the big thing that really hurts Testament to a large degree. This is how Testament did everything. Bread and butters, pressure, neutral. Now, it's been kinda relegated to a different tool that's kinda awkward to use and just worse across the board. Beforehand, one Stain used to give you a good reward both on block and on hit that allowed Testament to kinda extend offense as a mid-range pressure character. Stain has been relegated to a zoning tool as the vision is to make Testament a zoner. And looking at this Stain, you may think 2 Stains is better than 1, but I'd argue no. Quality over quantity, my friend. I used to think before the patch that 2 Stains meant that they stacked, as in you could do a hit into Stain, and then hit into Stain, and it'd kind of make the combo and offensive structure a bit more unique. But no, how it works is, as soon as you hit an opponent with 2 Stains on them, it pops. And now you can see the issue with Stain. You have to land a Crow twice in a row, both on hit or on block, gain access to this new version of Stain, and they nerfed Stain, so if the singular hits, you get less plus frames and less hit stop to get a combo or a block string. Stain by itself is worse, and landing 2 is near an impossible niche scenario that hardly comes up. You need to try and not hit the opponent with a normal or an arbiter sign, whilst they have a Stain, and apply a second Stain. And here's how it gets harder. Crow is a worse tool. Crow went from being a pretty decent projectile that was slow, and to make up for its slowness, it was very safe on block, at worst being +1 on block up close. But now Crow has been changed to be at least -12 up close, and that's a problem. As Crow was one of your key specials that you could represent in neutral, and know that even if it's got a slow start up, it's fast enough and plus enough and safe enough where if it's out, you know you're fine. Now, that is no longer the case. It being -12 up close means that pressure can be put on you almost immediately. It also means that you are punishable up close. It also means something very scary that will never happen, but it can happen if it happens. It's -5 on hit. Meaning a character like Potemkin could take the Crow up close and Potemkin buster you. That should not happen on an almost 25 frame projectile. That is a very slow projectile. It's no longer a safe neutral zoning tool with a long startup. It is now a zoning tool that you have to use cautiously. And like we talked about before, this is how you apply Stain. So having an unreliable tool give you Stain is an issue, as it means that you can be interrupted when going for your key play as this character. The next problem with Crow is that the hit stop and block stun, as you know, is worse. It gets even worse. On air hit, Crow used to give you hard knockdown and allow you to run pressure afterwards. Now it's a soft knockdown. If this catches the opponent in the air, the best play is to go for Arbiter Sign and go for zoning. Again, it's encouraged to go for zoning, but we'll get into how that's an issue later. Because Stain and Crow got hit the way it did, it also meant the Testament's combo potential has gone down. And Testament's combo potential was already pretty bad. This character didn't really do a ton of big combos. With the state of the character as is right now, the combos have gotten even lower and the potential of doing fun routes is gone. This was a character that desperately needed wild assault off of tools like Far Slash, as Far Slash gives nothing on a zoning character. This is an issue. The design of a zoner character means that they should be able to confirm off of their faraway pokes with at least a projectile. Here, this is not possible. So you get the idea that combo confirms are off the table, running your pressure is no longer on the table, and a lot of your crow setups and stain setups aren't as good as they used to be, not giving you the oki or combo or block strings that you used to get. And it gets so much worse. Like I said, you need to rely on your zoning now. That's how Testament has been designed. You need to rely on the zoning aspect of their core game plan. And the issue with that is that your zoning tools aren't that good. H projectile went from one of your best projectiles, talking about Grave Reaper. This used to be +3 on block and was pretty good at calling people out the sky. Now it is no longer +3 on block, making it a very slow projectile to be minus. Making this a very slow projectile on pressure to be super minus and no longer reliable as a go-to pressure tool. So it's just worse. It's just a worse tool. It went from being one of the best specials in their game plan to one of the worst, as Joe puts it. When it comes to other zoning tools, you've got Arbiter's Sign. We know how Crow is worse as a zoning tool. We know how Grave Reaper is worse as a zoning tool. What's wrong with Arbiter's Sign? And the problem with Arbiter's Sign? It's reactable. This is not a good zoning overhead and low. It plays into stain state, meaning it'll pop stain, making it not a good tool for playing with your stain state. And the overhead is 28 frames, meaning you'll react every time to the overhead and just block low. This character struggles with offense from bar screen, despite the fact the character is now focused to do just that and that alone. So you see the issues with the character. Your zoning isn't that good. Your offense is iffy, and stain state, the key part of your game plan, isn't that good. The only thing that has went unchanged and is still pretty solid is your teleporting game plan. But that's about it. And the worst thing about this character is the character's defense. As you saw from the clip at the start, the super is slow, so it's not easy to use as a get off me tool. Deflect is okay, and your mashes aren't as good as they used to be. Testament went from having a DLC 2K, meaning this would slip over normals, to now having a 2K 5-framer. That's it. This 2K is not that good. It's an okay low. And this is why Testament is struggling. There's probably way more things that I missed out on, but these are the key things that suck. Your Crow sucks, Arbiter Sign is still the same, Grave Reaper is okay, and Stain State isn't that good. The character almost struggles on every front. The only thing that can make them good is their long-reaching pokes and projectiles, but this is an unreliable part of their game plan. So looking at this, you look at it with a bit of confusion. It feels muddled, it feels like the vision is clouded. Instead of being a mid-range character that can kind of play to all ranges, put on pressure with stain, or back off to set up stain, now it's a character that can only back off. And that's an issue because Guilty Gear is an aggressive game. You want to go, 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 go. Even a character like Axel is on the offense a lot of the time, and Testament having to commit to full screen zoning kinda makes them crap, as their full screen zoning isn't good. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe, hype it up, and tell me what you think about Testaments. Are they downplaying? Are they upplaying? Or do you think that we need to have a different convo about the character? I think they're a struggler, and I hope this helps convey why they're a struggler. I'll catch you guys on TNS tonight, or on the video if you're going to watch it. See ya!